UFC.com. Not arrogant, just better. Just going to get my pre-fight predictions on UFC 136, Frankie Edgar versus Maynard, number 3, and this is for the title for the second time. Looking at this card, top to bottom, it's pretty much stacked, and I'm going to go through a few fights on the Spike prelims, none on the undercard, and the main event, of course, and I'll get to that. First fight we're going to be talking about is Anthony Showtime Pettis versus Jeremy Little Heathen Stevens. Right, when I look at this fight, I think it's a really bad fight for Jeremy Stevens. I think Anthony Pettis is going to be the quicker fighter, the more flashy fighter, he's going to have more tools in his arsenal. When Jeremy Stevens fought Marcus Davis, he was losing the fight until he landed that one big right, and that's all it takes really at the end of the day. But in that fight he was losing. In Melvin Guillard fight he was always beaten to the punch by Melvin Guillard, and I think Anthony Showtime Pettis is one of the best 155ers in the division, and he's going to show it. He's going to get back on track. He'll probably get a rematch with Ben Anderson soon, probably after he's fought for the title, depending how he goes with that. But 155 is the most stacked division in the UFC at the moment, and I'm really looking forward to the next up and coming fights. And yeah, that's it. Next fight. Also on the Spike undercard, we've got George Santiago versus Damian Maia. Santiago in his last fight against Brian Stan, he just got outboxed. Santiago is a higher ranked fighter than how he performed in that fight, but Damian Maia, his hands have improved. Against Matt Munoz, his hands looked bang on, and I was really impressed with him. Obviously, his jiu-jitsu is his strongest point. I don't think Santiago is going to be able to deal with his stand-up or his ground game. I'm going to give this fight to Damian Maia, and I'm going to be cheeky. I'm going to say Damian Maia, second round knockout. And moving on to the main card, we've got Joe Lauzon versus Melvin Guillard in the lightweight division. This fight really annoyed me because Melvin Guillard, this does nothing for his career. Like, his last fight was against Shane Rollis. Melvin Guillard is a top 5 155er in the UFC. Why is he fighting Joe Lauzon, Shane Rollis, people like that? He needs to be fighting the top dogs like Anthony Pettis, Guida, Ben Anderson, Jim Miller, them type of fighters. He needs to be fighting them guys, because he is one of the best 155ers in the division, and he is potentially a future champion. He's just so good, it's unbelievable. It's like, why are they giving him Joe Lauzon? I would not have even signed this fight if I was Melvin Guillard. I went, nah, I'm not having that fight, I want someone better. Because Joe Lauzon, he's always trading wins and losses, and that's it. And I just think it's a bit of a shit fight for Melvin Guillard. Obviously he's going to get the win, he's going to get the knockout first round, as he always does. But I'm disappointed with him accepting this fight, or the UFC giving him this fight, because he's very higher standard than Joe Lauzon. Because after this fight, Lauzon's going to be out of the UFC, and that's it. Melvin Guillard, who's going to fight next? Maybe Dennis Siver, but we'll see how it goes, because he's got to get past Donald Cerrone first. But anyways, I'm going to go Melvin Guillard, first round knockout of Joe Lauzon. Simple. And now in the middleweight division, we've got Chael Sonnen versus Brian Stan for pretty much the #1 contender for the 185 #1 contendership, basically. Anyways, I know it's not a 5-round fight, and Matt Munoz versus Lieben is. I'm sure these two guys fighting in this event are higher ranked than them two. But anyways, I'm not going to go too much into this fight, because I know what's going to happen. Chael Sonnen's going to double leg him, take him down, 3 rounds, smash his face in. Brian Stan's not going to be able to cope. He hasn't got much of a ground game, because when he was at 205, he fought the Polish experiment, Krzysztof Sosinski, and got Komorad. And on that basis, I think Chael Sonnen's going to have the better ground game. He hasn't talked a lot of smack in this fight, and I'm looking forward to him fighting. Even though he balls the hell out of me, I just like to see Chael Sonnen talk, because he talks a lot of smack, and it's just pretty good. But anyways, yeah, Chael Sonnen by decision. He's not going to finish Brian Stan, but Brian Stan's going to be on his back, so he needs to get his jiu-jitsu and everything together, because it's going to be a long night for Brian's dad. In the featherweight division, we've got a title fight between Jose Aldo and Kenny Kenflo Florian. I think we need to change Kenny Florian's name, because he's such a badass to have a name like Kenflo. Anywho, getting on to this fight, Kenny Florian seems to choke every time he comes up to the normal contendership or the interim belt or anything like that. I think he chokes, and I think Jose Aldo's the better striker, the better jiu-jitsu practitioner. I know Kenny Florian is a black belt, but when I've seen him on his back, like against Maynard, he looked pretty poor. And in the non-fight, his last fight, I think he was getting beat for the first round and a half, and then pulled it out second round and into the third round. I can't remember if he finished it or not, but anyways, yeah, he didn't have a good start, and I think the way he started against None in his last fight, I think Jose Aldo's going to come out all guns blazing. I think Kenny Florian's going to be the bigger guy, but I'm going to give this fight to Jose Aldo. I don't think no one in 145 division can really test him. Well, there's a few guys, but no one that's next in line for the title. Anyways, Kenny Florian always chokes when it comes to the big main events, and I just can't see him beating Jose Aldo. I think Jose Aldo's going to be the quicker fighter, he's going to be the better jiu-jitsu practitioner, like I've already said. He's going to be the better striker, and yeah, that's it. Jose Aldo, let's see, third round knockout of Kenny Florian. I haven't seen Kenny Florian being finished, but he's going to get finished in this fight if Jose Aldo comes out and all guns blazing. But anyways, it's all good. And on to the main event, we have Frankie Edgar versus Maynard in the lightweight division, 155 pounds. These guys fought last time. It was a pretty good fight. I think the judges got it totally wrong in that fight completely. Maynard, I had him winning the fight. At the most, it would have been a draw, but I think Maynard won that fight. But I think, I know Frankie Edgar's only lost to Maynard, but I think Frankie Edgar is the better fighter. I know in the last fight I went with Maynard to win the fight, but Frankie Edgar is going to have the better striking. I think he's going to be able to stay away from the power of Maynard. He's got better cardio, and Maynard ain't going to be able to keep up with the tempo that Frankie Edgar is going to set on this fight. I think it's going to be a 5-round battle. I don't see Frankie Edgar winning this fight via finishing him, because I think Maynard's got a good chin, he can take a good shot, he can throw a good punch. Obviously, Maynard's going to come in and he's going to be at least 170 pounds when it comes to the fight, and Frankie Edgar's going to be probably 160 maybe. But anyways, breaking down this fight, Maynard's got a puncher's chance always in this fight, but I think Frankie Edgar's going to fight smart. He's going to be bobbing in and out, picking off Maynard with his shots, and then every time Maynard gets comfortable with striking, he's going to take him down to the ground and just win a 5-round decision. Basically, I think it's going to be a good fight, and I think Frankie Edgar's going to have some tough competition coming up. I think Ben Henderson is a very tough competition. I think if he fights Pettis at any point, Pettis is going to be a handful. Daniel Cerrone's on his way up. Who else? Got plenty of good fighters. Melvin Goulard. If he fights Melvin Goulard is going to probably outweigh him by about a stupid amount, because Melvin Goulard comes in and he comes to fight, and he's on this card and he finishes fights, and he's one of the guys that I like to watch. Even though I don't like him personally, he's one of the guys that I like to watch, and he finishes fights. And I didn't like him when he finished Evan Dunham, because Evan Dunham was one of my favourite fighters. So yeah, that's it. Just before I go, I want you to vote on who you want to win, with a thumbs up for Maynard and thumbs down for Frankie Edgar, on who you want to win. Post a comment below, post your predictions. Remember to subscribe to my channel. And this is me for my UFC predictions: 136 Frankie Edgar versus Maynard, number 3. And this is Runner signing out.